Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Chaos Brigade. We are finally back and live. It's been a couple weeks because of ice storms and, well, depression. That totally wasn't me at all, and having a bad week. But yeah, we're back from a unexpected small 2-week hiatus. But we're back with all four of us now. Everybody, let's just get started with our fun facts for the group. I'm Chris, your DM, and fun fact for me, because I want to have a DM fun fact, I like ice-based monsters, which is why I keep making more ice-based monsters, because there is not enough of them here. Then we're going to start off with Luana here, the Witch Bard, playing Nyx.
Yes, hi everyone. A fun fact about Nyx is that she technically didn't get kicked out of college, but they were just like, please go away, you're way too chaotic for us to be here. So they kind of gave her like adventures to go on. But she's not necessarily welcome back to her college.
Eventually we're going to go back.
No. Backstory. Fun fact about Floof, he's currently looking for a way to have immunity to ice damage. No, fun fact about Floof. If you look closely at the back of his head, there is a small dent from where he didn't stick the landing once.
Only once?
Well, normally he manages to belly flop, right? So it's comedic, but this time he didn't turn all the way.
Nyx comes to save his ass.
And then fun fact about Riker is Riker's great-grandfather once swindled a dragon out of their hoard. And that's how they gained their riches.
Alright, well, if that's the case, we're going to have to be jumping into that for backstory eventually. On from that, last time that you guys saw, you guys had followed a trail of necrotic evil energy into the woods off of the eyeball. You guys went to the cleric, or the priestess of, I want to say it was Freya. She did some magical doohickery with the magic eye, found out it was necrotic, threw it in his mouth, tried to eat it. It came alive in his mouth, tried to take him over. It didn't happen, though. At that point, they just followed the necrotic energy into the woods. You guys found this clearing with a cave in the ground. You guys jumped into the cave. Nyx is not happy about being in the cave. And yeah, that's where we're going to open up. You guys jump from this opening into this cave, about 5 to 10 foot deep, and you just land on all these different bones in here, whether it's a combination of animal bones, but also humanoid bones, whether it be goblin, gremlin, or anything.
Do both of you have dark vision?
Yes, I do.
Doesn't. Okay, never mind. Floof will keep the bone light on.
All right.
Nyx just, as she falls into like the bow, she goes,
Floof just starts chewing on one.
Oh my god.
she hits his head.
All right, so as you guys land into this, and you notice all the bones, Floof has his bone light on. You just see one direction to go at this point. It's just kind of a cave, and it just goes down. It goes down at probably like not a specifically 45-degree angle, probably like a 20 to 30-degree incline, and it just goes down.
Is there music coming from the one direction?
There is no music coming from the direction yet, because I don't have licensing on here yet.
Luana got my joke. That's all that matters. Anyway, yeah. Floof will just kind of look at everyone else and just start kind of slowly, like, sidestepping, like, side eyes towards the hallway.
Let's be careful and maybe stay quiet. We don't know what's in there and what all the bones. Let's go maybe stealthily, yeah?
Riker just has an eyebrow raised at the bones. Is like, this looks like our dump back home.
I don't
But
want to visit you.
a lot more humanoid bones. Like the animal bones, that's completely normal, but the humanoid, that's a little weird. Anyway, I'll go first.
Okay, Mike's taking point. Riker, could you please roll me a perception check?
Are we all rolling stealth? Guidance, are we all rolling stealth too?
I don't know. Are you guys rolling stealth?
She
Yes.
said stealth.
You said
Okay.
to be sneaky, so
Okay, I guess you two roll stealth, and Riker, go ahead and roll stealth as well.
okay.
Where's my stealth?
Did you give everyone guidance, Floof?
I
or
can
just-
only give it to one person, so just
Okay.
you for your check. For your perception. Cause
Was that a
you're not good at
D6?
that. D4.
D4.
I got it.
Hang on.
12 for stealth. 12 for stealth, and then perception 24.
All right, 24 in perception. Nice. And then
Holy
12 for
shit.
stealth. What about you two for your stealths?
I got 19 for stealth.
19.
23.
23.
Yep.
The one thing Floof is absolutely godlike at.
Well, stealth, sleight of hand,
Anything dex.
acrobatics,
The dex
and
skill.
perception.
The dex
Are
He's
all
a
plus
Kenku. He's a
And
Kenku.
wisdom. And wisdom. Wisdom
Okay,
is out the
so
wazoo.
with that, Riker, you notice that this as it's going down there, you notice that there are claw marks on the sides of the walls. Not like something's grabbing and pulling itself up, but like it's been sharpened on the walls. You kind of see something. You've known something like this back from your Leonin home. How you notice that with large stones, either just be like claw marks where there'd be sharpened claws.
Gotcha. Does it look close to the one that was in that spooky mansion that there definitely
Yes.
wasn't ghosts in, Nix?
Yes, it does look like it does look very similar to that one. Very humanoid shaped hand, very small, but very sharp at the same time.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
with that, you notice as you're walking down, you guys are continuing down the path, probably about 5 to 10 minutes walking just down. It just keeps going down and down. It goes from the nice and cold outside of probably about a 50 to 60 degree weather. I say cold, 50 to 60 degree. A cool day that's like quickly dropping to very warm as you keep going into the insulated earth. Probably about 5-10 minutes down, you guys enter into this large open cavern, probably about 20 foot by 30 foot, and it just opens up into a very natural looking cavern with stalagmites and stalactites on the floor and ceiling sticking up and down. You see clearly across the room, thanks to Floof's bone light, there's a door to the front, a door to the left, and a door to the right. Not actual doors, but just, cave carved entrances.
Mhm.
All right.
Hmm.
Can we see anything different between the three doors? Like, is there any like noticeable differences, like blood stains or anything being dragged in certain areas or something like that?
You don't notice with the light and everything, you don't notice any bloodstains specifically, but you do notice different runes over the top of them.
Can I make a... Actually, make sure I'm good at this before I ask. Ooh, not really. Can I insight or perception the doors to see if any of them look sketchy as hell, or would that be investigation?
Bro, that
That'd be
door's sus.
investigation.
Cool. Actually, no. Can I make a religion check to see if I recognize the runes?
Yeah, I was
you may.
gonna ask the
Go
same
ahead
thing.
and make a
Would it be
religion check.
Arcana or religion for runes?
Religion.
I think
In
your
this case,
stuff's
it'd be
better than
religion.
mine, Lou, so you can do it. I only have +2.
I'll try and help.
Religion? I have a plus as
Okay.
well.
Guidance,
Ri-
go for it.
So Riker,
Okay.
I'm gonna Riker. How do you help real quick?
I'll look at him too to see if I recognize him at all. I mean, he's not a smart boy. He's got +0, but he'll try.
Guidance.
You know what? I'll allow it just because I think it's gonna be hilarious. Him just like investigating, like,
Okay, so do I get advantage with guidance?
You do.
Okay,
No,
awesome.
Or you get
Guidance
advantage
+4.
because of his help, and you get a +4 because of guidance.
Awesome.
Doors sus at faked card swipe. Hell yeah.
I got a nat one. But with his guidance, made it a 3.
No, Lou was investigating them.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
I got a nat one.
In total, I got a 24.
24. Okay. With that, you actually do remember this from your ancient languages class in college. You see that it is Old Giant script.
Oh no.
Big boys, you know those? Yeah.
Now,
Those
do any of you
language.
speak Giant?
I do not.
None of you speak Giant? Okay, so you just make out what it is. You don't know what it says per se, but you do know that this was Giant script.
Yeah, I never really paid attention to that class. Probably should have.
That's not the mood.
Riker's just like,
I'm gonna
that's words.
Floof is just chewing on the bone light.
So like Floof's mouth just keeps illuminating for a quick second as it just like chomps down, glows. Okay, so you have these 3 doors. There's not, other than the runes on top, which none of you can read apparently.
Can I look around the room to see if there are matching runes and any whales that I need to shift tablets to?
Skyrim reference.
Investigation?
Yeah, go ahead and do investigation.
Guess what?
What's up?
Guidance.
Guidance. Guidance.
Is this a Draugr
I
tomb
can
or something?
see everything the J rolls because I get a notification.
15.
A 15. Okay, with a 15, you very clearly are able to mark out that each of these runes, in fact, aren't just on top of the doors, but around them in general. They go around the entire door front, like the entranceway of each of these caves. But there are no more runes across the rest of the building. And you do notice that there's another set of runes on the door you just came out of, going down.
Cliff's just gonna open the middle door.
Can I?
Okay, I will say they're not actual doors, as in like they're closed doors.
Oh.
They're like cave
Got it.
entrances, like just open cave faces.
Never
but
mind.
They have these runes going across them still.
The Fliff's
Can
gonna start
I-
walking towards one, but someone can stop him.
Wait!
Go ahead.
I just stop him. Wait. Can I sniff the air to see which doorway has the better air? I learned that from Lord of the
what?
Rings.
I see what you're doing. I will let you do it. Please roll survival.
Cool survival.
Get a good sniff on it.
I got a +5 survival since when?
Ah, I
That's a
should've-
natural 20.
A nat 20. Jesus.
25.
All right. From you sniffing around, you know what? With a 20, not 20, over the 5, you're sniffing in the air. Okay, yeah. The leftmost door, you smell a faint, musty, like mildewy type smell coming from that one. Like there's sitting water somewhere in that cave. For the cave in the front, you smell a much more fresh. It smells like fresh air coming from that side. Well, fresh air is probably the wrong word to say. It smells like there's moving air coming from there, but it doesn't smell great. It's not rotting flesh bad, but it's definitely one of those like, yeah, it's pollution. You smell just bleh coming from that one.
Okay.
And to the right, you do smell the stench of flesh rotting.
I point to the one from the round and I'm like, no, maybe water.
Earth, fire, air.
Water.
That one, there's
Master
rotting. There's rotting that way. That way, there's
Gross.
like, it feels, it's weird. It doesn't give me a good vibe, but it doesn't give me necessarily bad vibes either. It just okay vibes. And then that one, there's water.
Floof looks at the bone he's chewing on and looks to the rotting tunnel.
Oh.
Riker just looks down at Floof and just goes. Slowly shakes his head.
What does Floof do to being told no?
Floof just makes dead eye contact. It just licks from the bottom to the top of this bone.
It's more like the eye contact of like a dog owner looking at his dog when the door's open, and it's like, "Don't you do it? No!" And just goes.
All right, what
Floof is like
what's
a
y'all's
pet.
play? What you guys gonna do? Gonna split up and look for clues, gang?
I
I think we should each take one door.
I'm like,
You
so we
sure?
split up and take for clues.
No, that was a joke. No, Luana,
I'm
you're
down
a
to split
bard
it.
who's not built for combat. You should not go alone.
I can still handle myself. Are you kidding me?
Okay, then
I'll
let's
do-
split up.
You can go to the
Okay.
water.
Fine, you think I won't? Fine. I'm gonna go to the water if we're actually splitting up.
No,
I'm-
Floof's
okay.
gonna follow Nick.
Coward.
Floof convinces
Coward.
Niggs to like walk on their own, and then waits a second.
No, I know what kind of DM Chris is. I've seen his videos on parties getting split.
Okay.
Fuck that.
You don't have to at me like that.
Also,
What would
Chris,
your
Lou rolled a nat
character do?
20. Lou rolled a nat 20 earlier. Does that not mean that she gets to just immediately kill the BBEG by throwing him into the moon?
Of course, shit does.
Good. Campaign over. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I'm gonna, if we're actually splitting the party, I would go towards the water.
I kind of want to go check out the rot, but I also think splitting the party is a terrible idea. So
I
can
mean,
go,
Putting
then
the
come
party
back.
in a catacomb.
We could
like-
just,
It also-
we could just
it
go take a
also-
look.
Yeah,
As
we
far
can go
as-
take a look and come back and stuff
as
like
far
that.
as entered, you know what? Fuck it. I've won by myself. Just because you were trying to convince me to do it, I will. I'm gonna walk down the rot aisle.
Fine.
You've proven yourself in one-on-one combat. My
Yeah.
character's built for combat. I'm worried about Nyx. But
I
it's
caused a riot. Okay, I rammed 2 cops
Here's
out
the
of a
deal.
building.
I don't care if my
and then got a
character dies.
concussion.
If my character dies, I get to play a new character. Let's go. Floof's going for the rot. He just looks at
Alright.
Nyx and goes,
Floof goes for the rot. Floof starts walking down that way.
Be
Rocks fall.
careful.
Floof dies. No.
I guess I
great.
get the unsure
Do I
area.
have dark vision? Do Kenku have dark vision? I don't remember.
believe-
Shit, I don't have
I
dark
think it goes
vision.
dark vision.
I don't think they
Okay.
do.
Cool. Yep. I'm taking my bone light. You know what? Yeah. No.
Here. Riker,
bone light with me.
Riker reaches into his bag and pulls out a torch. Is like,
I have
do you want
prestidigitation.
this?
That's not.
That's
you can make
not-
fire with that.
You can light the torch with that, but prestidigitation is the same as like lighting a tiny lighter.
It's like Mustang. What Mustang does in FMA.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Do you want the torch?
Yes, I'll take the torch.
Hey, just
Oh no.
Riker kind of looks over at everybody and just says, "Be careful. We don't know
You
what's
too
in
as
here."
well.
I'll be fine. And he just starts walking down the normal hallway.
Cool.
I go for the rot.
All right. So you two are gonna go together towards the what do you call it, watery tunnel, right?
No,
No,
I'm
no,
going.
no,
I'm
no.
going down the weird. I'm going down
Okay.
the random
Riker's going to
So
the
you're
air.
going down the middle tunnel. Floof's going
Yep.
down the. Okay.
We're
so
fully
going to-
splitting.
So we're
I
going
made
to,
a
you-
joke and
we're
it turned
going
into
to-
this.
He
we're gonna
starts
go to
walking down
Floof
the.
first. We're gonna go to Floof first.
Okay.
Right before everybody leaves, he like starts walking. Riker starts walking, turns around, and just goes, "If you hear screaming, meet back here."
Yes.
All right.
Floof just
So-
goes ah, and just walks down this tunnel.
Floof, we're gonna start
Sorry for
with you
headphones.
going down there. Floof, I need you to roll
Okay.
perception as you're walking.
Wonderful. Guess what? Guidance.
Guidance. That is your response to everything, and I love it.
Guidance.
Fuck.
Stress.
Stress.
Oh wait, that was a 7. That was a 7, not a 1. Woo! So 14, 15, 16. 16. We're good.
TPK anybody? Maybe. And you got a 17, you said?
14, 15, 16.
16. Okay,
What's the
with a
guidance?
16, you're working your way down there, and as you walk, probably...
I would also like to stealth if that's allowed.
Go ahead and
Sorry.
try it, yeah.
I want to do a sneaky. I do have a light source, so I don't know if that'll help me or not, or
you're
if that'll
gonna be
not
rolling
help.
with-
That'll hinder.
You know, I would say
Disadvantage?
you're rolling with disadvantage, but since you have a light on you at all, you can't stealth. This is a
That's
nearly
fine, I
pitch black
figured.
cave, so... If you're
Perfect.
stealthing,
I'd rather be able to see.
if you're stealthing, you just have like this lamp floating in the air, and everything's like, what is that?
Floof is definitely still like trying, so it's just
Okay. Floof, you're walking down this, what do you call it, down this tunnel. You eventually, probably about 3 or 4 minutes of walking, let me phrase that. 2 minutes for most people walking, 4 minutes for Floof's ADHD waddle, and like, stop and staring.
my speed is 30.
He's got his little light bone, just like
Yes. He's like gnawing on it as he's walking.
His single tooth just.
that single freak of nature tooth. You eventually make your way to what appears to be the end of a tunnel, and you just kind of see like this opening comes out. You went from this 5 to 10 foot wide walkway that you're walking through to a 20-foot wide sort of cylindrical looking cavern. Goes up about 20, 30 foot. And there's just a large pile of bones with meat and sinew and muscle still attached to them in the center of it. It does look to be organized by type. It looks to be organized by humanoid, by elk, by deer, by dire wolf. It is very meticulously organized as it's in here.
Can I look on the ceiling to see if there's anything hanging above me? Because I've played video games.
Sure thing. Go ahead. Roll perception.
And Floof's gonna take the bone and throw it up so he can the
Okay.
light keeps going.
Roll perception with advantage.
Guidance.
Please be a giant spider, Chris. You know how Jay hates spider.
that was a creepy laugh.
It's so much worse.
18 with guidance.
18 with guidance. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
You throw it up there and you see, as you throw it up there into the air, you see that the ceiling is kind of curved in. And you don't notice any creatures up there, but you do notice cages hanging in the ceiling attached to it by vine. And these cages seem to be made of Not so much bone exclusively, but a combination of bone and sticks and stones put together to make these cages with solid floors.
Is there?
The torch hits
Keep
one
going.
of them
Sorry.
and flops into the center of the piles of meat.
Okay. Was there anything in the cages?
From what you rolled to see, you don't see anything in the cages, and you don't hear anything in the
Okay.
cages.
I got an 18, so that's pretty high. Cool. Floof. Does it continue, or is this where the room stops?
From what you can see right now, that's how the room stops. From you,
You know what?
standing
Floof
in
is
the
a
entrance. So with you standing at the entrance, from what you can tell, that is where the room stops.
Floof is a cocky SOB. He's gonna go get the bone.
All right. Roll
So
a
I'm
dex
gonna
check.
go just pick it back up. Hell yeah! Saving throw,
Yeah, saving throw.
or can I roll acrobatics?
You can roll. It'll be saving throw. You'd have to roll saving throw.
Damn it. Okay. And I can't guidance myself because it takes a minute to cast. So 12.
12. All right. With that one, I will say you do get out of the way.
Okay.
You do get out of the way from one of these cages, falling from the ceiling and shattering into all its little pieces. You see this emaciated corpse kind of fall out of the cage, and you hear just scraping of nails coming from the wall into the hallway that you just came from.
So something's coming towards me.
No, it went from the wall, up from the wall. It went down and down the hallway you just came from. Like it's going back up towards the main corridor that you were at just from.
Towards my friends. Got it. Okay, so do I see anything down there?
From what you see, no.
Okay, then Floof is going to, from the pile he's in, Floof's going to do this all very quickly. He's just going to yell because he knows his friends are that way. Bitch, I'm still alive! And he's going to cover himself in guts and bones and just lay under all of them.
Okay. Roll.
And he puts the light out. The light is gone.
Roll performance real quick.
Oh, fuck. Charisma's my worst stat.
And I say performance because you're saying that, and at the same time you're covering yourself
16.
with like
15 plus 1.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to try to hide under all of the dead things.
What
All right.
attacked him?
With that,
Nothing that we know of.
Nothing's
It
attacking
crawled
yet.
down the hallway back towards you all.
with that,
So I'm saving your ass right now.
You hear like the. As it's climbing back towards you, and you still don't see anything yet.
Can I stealth to make sure I hid myself well under the guts?
Go ahead.
Okay, because the light is out.
Yes, and with the stealth roll what do you call it, performance that you rolled originally, you do have advantage.
Okay, I don't know if I'll need it because that was a 24, but if I can get a nat 20, I'd like a nat 20.
Very fair.
Nope, keeping the 24.
I'm guessing the other one was a 1?
5.
Close enough. At that one with the 24, you are thoroughly hidden, and you see that the bones that you moved out of the way, things are moving, and you don't see anything that's moving them.
Fun.
So you hear these claws, and you hear these steps, like... It starts knocking over various piles of these bones that it had piled up. And as soon as it knocks one over, it goes back and you see these piles neatly get pushed back together, slowly and meticulously stacked back as soon as it knocks over one.
Can I see anything at all through? Like, is there a gap where I could see something from across, like a bone from across the room or anything?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I want to cast light on a bone that's in an opposite pile that I'm in.
Okay, yeah, that happens.
Wait, is light touch? Hang on.
I
I
think
just
light
remembered
is
I don't know
touch.
that.
I think
Yeah,
light
it's
is
touch.
Yep, never mind. It's touch.
Okay.
Cool. Then
I
I'm
mean,
just
you
gonna
can
prep.
light the bones that you're laying it up.
Yeah, that's not what we want to do. Because
Okay.
I don't know if this thing's sentient enough for me to be able to scare it. So I'm just gonna prep and inflict wounds for if it comes near me.
Okay. After probably about 30 seconds of it busting through these piles, putting them back, busting through these piles, putting them back, you feel the presence of something over you, like walking towards you, and it keeps walking closer and closer to your pile. and you basically just feel like a hot breath. And you feel a claw break the pile that's behind you. Since you're laying like towards the front of it with the meat, you feel it break the pile in front of you or behind you, and it starts neatly putting it back together. And you just feel it kind of standing over you as it's doing this.
Can I,
But it
can I
doesn't.
see stress? And I still can't see what it is?
You can't see anything about it.
Okay.
You see like the faint outlines of the things that are around you. You see the faint outlines of the bone pile, but you don't see any creature or anything moving there. You just see almost like these things are exploding on their own.
I'm going to grab the nearest bone I can, and I'm going to cast light as brightly as I possibly can.
As brightly as you possibly can?
Yeah, like I'm trying to blind this thing.
All right, you cast light, and you definitely hear a screech. You hear the with this light happening. But the thing is, you still don't see anything. Like, it is almost like it's invisible.
Oh, fuck. Okay. In that case.
But you do.
Fuck.
I will say this for Floof, because you surprised it with bright light, almost damn near in its face. You will not be attacked with attacks of opportunity, and you will be able to use one turn's worth of action before
cool.
anything happens.
Floof is going to
You basically
Thunderwave. Perfect. Floof's going to Thunderwave it, then run for the hallway to try to push it all off of him.
Okay, so that's going to be a dex check, right?
Con,
Actually,
for some reason. And I will do this at second level because I'm scared.
How does an 11 do?
Does not.
Okay, so it takes damage.
It takes 3d8 thunder damage, and that is 15 damage in all.
15 damage
thunder
in all? Okay.
So basically, Floof just casts the light, and then just claps, and everything just goes boom around him, and then he's just booking it for the way he came.
Okay. As you do that, you blew apart some of the bone piles that you had already like been sitting in and had been fixing. As you kind of blow this up, you hear it kind of fall behind you for probably about 30, 45 feet. And then you hear it slide to a stop. And you hear it turn right back around, and you hear the bones getting rearranged.
Cool. Floof is going to just go as far as he can, and then probably go down the tunnel Nyx went down.
All right, so you just continue on completely straight. So we're going to cut to Nyx now.
Yep, that works.
Okay. Hello, all various humans. I don't know why, that just made me laugh. That's funny. I like that. So we're going to start with Nyx now. Nyx, go ahead and roll me your perception check going down this line.
Yes. And I only have the torch, and I don't have night dark vision. Yeah. Okay, that is not that bad. Perception. Where the heck? Okay. Oh wow, I forgot my perception's godlike.
Because you have to take care of me.
Yes. 23.
23 perception. Okay, you get.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We're getting some pretty damn nice rolls for everybody except for me. So with that, you make your way down. You making your way downtown. Down the tunnel. I'm a seagull. Go fuck yourself. Sorry.
That's a grenade launcher.
Make it downtown, walking fast. I'm a seagull. Go fuck yourself.
I wasn't watching Jacksepticeye. Not at all. Okay, so as you're making your way down the tunnel, you start noticing moss on the wall, and you start noticing it's kind of damp through here. As you're walking, your hooves are kind of sliding just a little bit like on the water, like this wet stone. It's very smooth, not rough like the rest of it. And probably about 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, that's a lot of walking. Probably about 5 minutes down the tunnel, you guys you specifically find this kind of stagnant pond of water. This tunnel is about the same as Jay's was. It's about 5 to 10 foot across, and then it opens up to about a 50-foot round room. Most of it is covered in water, but there's this pathway going around the right wall to another door going basically, you walk in. There's a pathway going this way, and there's a door, almost like it's jutting off towards the north, where the wind tunnel was.
Okay.
But this is mostly filled with water, and from what you can see as you get closer to like the water you see with your torchlight, it is very stagnant. It's kind of green algae floating in it. Just bits of rock and everything sitting at the bottom.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay, go ahead, and what do you have to make a roll on that?
No, it's just, here, I can get the stuff. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. It's like a radius. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. It can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by a foot of stone and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Alright, your magic metal detector pings in the water.
Okay. So...
And it is the same necrotic energy that you guys have been told about from the eye.
Cool,
That you were
cool.
carrying.
Wait, who has
Wait,
the eye? I think
I think
Riker has the eye. Riker took it.
Riker had the eye.
I've got it. I've got it in a jar.
Yeah, because because Floof was trying to eat the eye.
Yeah,
So,
I have the eyeball.
how far away is the door?
The door to your right is about 30 foot to the door, and then it goes out. And again, like the rest of it, it's just kind of like an open cave front.
Cool. I'm gonna very quietly, like as stealthily as I can, walk around to try to reach the door.
Go ahead and roll stealth
Please.
for me.
Please, 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 please. Okay, thank God. So that's gonna be a 19.
A 19?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Now let me check their modifier real quick.
What's modifier?
The thing she detected. Okay.
Luana begins to cry.
Stress eating.
Stressed.
This is why we specifically need that emote done, which Catherine
Yes.
is still working on. It's gonna be fantastic. So as you're walking across, you make your way across this kind of walkway back to that other door, and you hear in the water. You just hear like water lapping, like something splashed against it.
Fuck! I start running towards the door.
Oh, no, this is like you're
I
at the
just-
door, and that's where we hear just like water, like the still water. You just hear it.
I
Like something
run.
splashed. All right, you run down the hallway. Okay, run. Go ahead
Yes.
and do me perception with disadvantage.
Say goodbye to Nyx. Disadvantage. Oh no. Okay. Well, perception still 18.
18. Okay. So on that 18, oh damn, with that 18, yeah, you make your way. This hall is pretty well. What do you call it? Pretty much the same as the other ones, but you make your way into another large kind of cavernous room. This one's even bigger than the last one that you guys were in. As you walk through the door, you notice that there's another doorway to your right, but the rest of this room is kind of filled with almost human-like amenities. Not specifically human-like, but humanoid-like amenities. There's like, what do you call it? Furs. There's bed mats made with the furs. There's various campfires in the corners. Torches in the center of it. Well, I say torches. Campfire in the center. Torches in the corners of the rooms. Riker, at this point, you're actually walking through into this room yourself, and you see Nyx booking it. And you hear her hooves. As you come through this, you just see her come busting through this other door to your left.
He just kind of looks over and is just like, "Your hooves are not very stealthy. I'll give you that."
I was running. They're usually quieter than this, but I was running. There's like so much I can like. Anyways, that doesn't matter. There's something over there. There was a lake, and the lake was like super still. Like there was even like moss growing on top of the lake. That was like it was really pretty. But then there was like this little walkway that I went through to get here. And then as I got to like the doorway that led me here, I heard the water splashing, and so I ran because the water hadn't moved in like forever, and now it did. And then there was something magical inside the water as well. Like I did my thing, and there was something inside the water, and it had the same thing as the eye. Do you think this is the one or the eye?
He just kind of looks over at you and just goes, "Well, I mean the claws kind of fit the claws that we saw where the eye was, so I'm pretty sure that this is the place where the eye came from."
We need to get Floof.
He hasn't screamed yet. I think he's
That's
fine.
true. Okay.
He hasn't screamed yet. He's fine.
Okay. Well, this place looks like a house. Like I keep my ears out to the hallway that I came in.
Okay.
My passive is 18.
What's like is it like big sleeping quarters, like for big humanoids, medium humanoids, small humanoids, something like that?
It is a varied group from what you can see. It's mostly medium sized, about what you guys are. But then there's a couple of them that are large, ranging to Riker size and larger. And by a couple, I mean specifically there's 2 of them that are of that size. Then there's like 3 of them that are much smaller than that, like ground satyr size.
It's the king and the queen.
Calcium.
So-
deposits full of nature.
So, what are we thinking this is?
Obviously, somebody's living here. Either that or the whatever they were, just whatever the creatures were, took it over.
Oh
But
no.
I think if the creatures would have taken it over, they probably would have trashed the place looking for anything to eat or something like that. So we can only determine that they have some form of intelligence. And he's like rubbing his chin, and this is the smartest you've ever seen Riker. At this point in time, he's just like he's putting everything together, and he's figuring it out.
I think it would be a good idea for us to regroup with Floof. Yes?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay, let's go back to your hallway, though. Okay.
Flip's running down Nix's hallway right now.
So at
I
this
mean,
point,
but Riker's just like, did you see anything in the water, or did you just run away?
Well, I kinda did. Kinda didn't. Do you remember when we were at the house and I did like my magic thing and the eyes started glowing? That's basically what I did, but it was inside the water. Was it bigger? Could I tell if it was bigger or not?
you couldn't tell per se exactly.
And I don't know. It's just
Flip
it
doesn't need to breathe. I could jump in the water. Sorry.
What do you mean Floof doesn't need to breathe? Oh,
Yeah.
Flip doesn't need to
He took the
breathe.
sentinel thing.
oh my god.
Because he's
Floof
a
is
metal
partially.
machine.
Yeah.
No,
Well, he's not
we
a
don't know.
machine.
We don't
You don't know this. We'll get to
So-
that backstory later.
We'll get to that part.
I thought you like did the whole like knock your head and it's like rings and metal.
Yeah, it donged, but like his feathers are still normal, so it's like
Okay.
weird.
So
I already decided why he does that. Anyway,
if that's the case,
So-
then even the DM is confused on what he is. So
we'll talk about it later, Chris.
exactly. So you guys talk about something. I have to grab one of the books I forgot to grab from under my desk.
Let's break his entire game right here, right now.
Okay, here's the deal. I could breathe underwater, and I can electrocute the water, which will just zap everything. He's back. Yeah, guys, I have no idea what the plan is at all.
I
I'm terrified
would
right
want
now. What are
to-
we doing? Gosh, I'm so scared.
Riker would want to go back into the place just to investigate the pool of water.
Oh boy, okay.
He hasn't seen anything interesting yet. You guys saw things interesting. He hasn't. He walked down a hallway, and then you were there, and he was like, "Oh."
Yep. That's all Riker saw.
Okay, so
I got
Riker
the
had his
boring
memory wiped.
hallway.
Riker had the scariest hallway, but it wiped his memory.
Hey, remind me,
Alright.
what level are you guys again?
4.
5,
Four.
4.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, four.
Just want to be sure I had the right monsters in mind.
I mean, Riker has the toughness
Oh
of like a level 9.
All right. So
Okay.
on that note, so you guys head back towards Nyx's hallway.
Nyx is hating every second of it.
Riker will go first
She's like holding right.
because
She's like, I
he
really don't
knows
like.
how scared Nyx gets in weird hallways and stuff like that from the not haunted house. He was not too long ago.
Nix is like, we should have just come back your hallway.
They were ghosts in this haunted house.
You don't have the vibe checker that I do, Ryan. Sorry.
There's no such thing as ghosts. As the ancestral garden barbarian.
So,
All right.
like, she's shaking behind him.
Just to make her feel better, he'll draw his great axe. I guess.
Okay. So on that note, you guys are heading down. And Nix, are you vibe checking while you're going down?
Yes, I'm still with my ears out for any noise.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a perception again.
Oh, what now?
A persuasion.
Persuasion?
Okay.
Everybody?
Not as good.
Persuasion.
That's gonna be a. Hold on. I'm bad at math. 21. Oh, 21. I guess that's still pretty good, isn't it?
It's not very good. 21. Okay, yeah. With your 21, next you hear the water lapping again. It's almost like it's flowing and moving now.
Riker. The water's moving. It wasn't moving when I got there.
At this point, as you guys kind of walk out there, you see that the water is actually kind of sitting still, or isn't sitting still, but you see that there's this figure standing in the center of the pool. It's just standing there at this point.
Standing. Is he looking in our direction?
It is not. It's kind of like looking down.
How far away is Floof?
Floof is
runs
at this
down
moment.
the hallway.
Floof is walking down the hall, or I guess Floof was running down the hallway.
Running, yeah.
Floof was
Floof is like Naruto sprinting down that hallway.
Trying to fly every 2 steps.
All right. What you guys see is kind of like this humanoid creature, probably about Riker's size, just standing there, very thin, very gaunt, almost like that body that Floof saw earlier. But it's just like standing there, and its head's down, looking at the water, and it's just kind of like swaying back and forth, causing the water to ripple and ripple. And you see that the water only really comes up to its ankles.
She's like pulling Riker now. She's like, let's go.
Is this humanoid getting sentenced to death in the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? Is that what's happening when they're just like in the chair and the water slowly coming around them to kill them, but they're just looking down at all their memories and stuff?
That was such an oddly specific reference.
That's such a
Anybody here
It
watch
is such,
Fantastic
like you
Beasts?
said,
I
I've watched it, and that is so
I thought
specific.
it just wiped their
No,
memories.
it lets them relive their best memories, and then it kills them.
No, I mean that's the way to go.
Well,
I don't
okay,
know.
then.
That wouldn't take me that long.
That-
2-second clip.
Aw,
Somebody
Jay,
clip that. Somebody clip
Jay, what about the rest of us? I think that just means that Jay doesn't count us as his best memories. So
That one time somebody gave me free hot chocolate. That is the only clip that will play.
Wow.
That one grandmother that called me handsome when I was working.
Oh my
Anyways,
God.
this is getting way too deep.
Wow, I'm going to ignore all of that now because that's some existential shit I don't need. All right, so yeah, you kind of just see this body standing there about like that, and that's what you guys see at the moment. And at the moment that
dummy thick.
At the moment that you guys kind of like come in there, you see Floof, and he's just like, and he busts into like this area, sees the water, sees you all, and this thing just like cranes its head over.
Oh, it's a Demogorgon. Nice.
Gorgon. I still haven't watched Stranger Things.
Sue me. I haven't got to use this mini yet, so sue me.
Floof sees this thing and just goes, rapier.
Riker just looks over and is like, "Oh, Floof, there you are."
Stressed.
Very so, very much so. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
With that being said, roll initiative.
Oh
Hell
boy.
yeah. Hell yeah. Hell
Let's
yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
freaking fight a Demogorgon.
A Demogorgon?
A Demogorgon.
Damn it, Jay.
Gorg. Let's fight a Gorgon. Let's fight a Balrog.
Well, I mean, if you insist. Floor opens up, everybody gets dragged into hell. Okay, we're doing this now.
No.
You shall
Charlotte!
not
23.
Doom guy thing starts.
21.
12.
23, 21, 12. And then their initiative is a good enough. Okay. So, first up, we're going to have Floof go.
Hell yeah. Okay, so, Floof sees this thing. It's standing in the water, correct?
Yes, it is standing in the water.
Are they touching the water?
Negative.
Riker and Nyx. Wonderful. Hi, what's up? My name is Floof. I'm a storm cleric. Water conducts electricity.
You
So-
Chris.
I don't know how you're going to rule that, Chris. But, so what Floof is going to do then, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Floof is going to do, second level. We'll do second level. Floof is going to run up to the water. And you said there's a pathway across this pond, correct?
Kind
Yes.
of going along the edges of it to the other door.
Cool. So he's going to run along the edge, and he just... Oh, wait, is this thing in the center of the pond?
Yeah.
How far across is the pond?
It's about all the way across about 40 foot. It's about 20 foot in.
Okay, and what is the range on Thunderwave? That's probably not good enough. I'd have to get in the water. How deep is the water?
The water is only about a foot deep.
Oh, cool. The Floof's just gonna run into the water, and what he's going to do is he's going to run. And he's going to... So he normally claps to do Thunderwave. But what Floof is going to do is he's going to jump and clap so he's not touching the water. And then I'm going to Thunderwave it.
Okay. Thunderwave's
On
electric
safe?
damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Con save, if you don't mind.
You just broke the encounter, Jay.
Con save is a
Now there's probably
11.
about 4 more.
That fails. I'm casting it second level, so...
okay. I need you to make a acrobatics check while you're at it. By the way,
Okay, I got 10 on the
specifically-
damage.
That's specifically to jump and
Yeah.
do the.
I was rolling damage when you said that, so that's 10 damage
Okay.
and electricity into the water.
Okay.
However you want to rule that, if that even matters. And an acrobatics check,
Acrobatics.
11, because I can't guidance myself.
Yeah, that pass it.
Okay. And so that's my action. How hurt does it look?
It looks shocked. It kind of rolls its head over at you. And you see its mouth open up into that 5-pointed star look.
Did the fact that it was in the water seem to bother it at all? Like, did the electricity seem to matter about the water?
You definitely did see that the electricity conducted through the water and looped around back on itself.
Okay.
So you get the feeling it did something. You just don't know what yet.
Cool. In that case, bonus action. What do I have for bonus actions? Let me check that real quick.
As a cleric, I don't think you have much.
Yeah, I have.
Healing word.
You have your like storm giant, your storm.
I have spiritual weapon. Is that an action to cast or a bonus action? No, it's an
Action
attack.
bonus. Yeah.
Okay, so, and so yeah, I'll just Floof will then just kind of post up with his rapier out.
Post.
Post up, yeah. Actually, since it's in the center, Floof's gonna step back out of the water, and just
Okie
stay.
Good idea.
dokie.
and that's where Floof will stay.
I am under the water. Please
That's
help
his
me.
Floof's turn.
Well, that encounter later. Lou, it's your turn.
Awesome. I'm gonna walk to where, let's say, if it was a if it was a 60-foot, by 10-foot, like range kind of deal, it wouldn't get neither Riker or Floof. And I'm gonna cast Shatter.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
So it needs to make a con saving throw.
Another one.
Okay, this dice is going to jail. That was a 2.
Awesome.
Love you, Chris.
So
I
that's
know
gonna
you guys
be
love me. I know that's why this is happening.
exactly.
Chris, what are we doing?
Exactly.
Giving you content for TikTok.
Exactly.
That was 2 8s plus 6. 22 thunder damage. Thank you, that's all. Yeah.
And
And
it's in the water still, and thunder is electricity, is it
no,
not?
it's just
Oh,
thunder.
okay.
It's
Damn.
just basically like fancy
Damn.
force damage.
F.
And bonus action, I'm gonna give I can only give one per turn. I'm gonna give Riker Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
All right, Riker, you're up.
Well,
Hello.
it's okay, Chris. I don't have any crazy spells that I can cast.
But you're a
I'm-
barbarian with a big pointy thing.
I just realized.
He saw what Floof did to the water. He's not getting in the water. Riker's just going to reach to his side, grab one of his hand axes, and just chuck it at him.
Okay, go ahead.
It's 30 feet away, right?
Yeah. Well, it's 20 foot away.
He's not raging yet.
Okay.
Whatever happened to the thing that was chasing Floof?
We haven't
I'm kind of
gotten
worried
there
about
yet.
that.
Who has
I'm really
nothing
worried
to
about
tell
that,
you
not gonna lie.
either?
It's okay, guys. I have fairy fire.
That's good.
Does a 25 hit, Chris?
Holy shit!
It does not. No, it
What?
does. It does.
Stressed.
One away from a nat 20. Stress!
No, yeah, that hits. That hits.
8 damage from
8.
a hand axe to the face. It's gone now.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, this hand axe just, like, goes... And it lands in the middle of its mouth that opened up towards Floof. And the hand axe just kind of, like, gets pulled in at that point.
Riker just goes, that was my favorite hand axe.
You just see, like, an imprint of a hand axe in his chest now.
I'm gonna have to get that back.
Okay.
Time to dissect.
Now the first one. Okay.
The first one. Love that.
First one.
It does something. And now the one that's in the water. Since they have the same.
Guys, I
fucking
think-
initiative.
Wait, if there was something in the water, does that mean my thunder wave also hit it too? So I've already done damage to it.
Oh no! The first thing
It's in range.
The first one is the one you haven't seen yet.
There's
Got
like,
it. Okay,
There
I would
might
say
be
where it's
5
moving
of
to,
them.
but you don't know yet.
that's fair.
Since they both go off the same initiative, because well,
Is this so? We have the Demogorgon, and then there's 2 things we can't see, or 1 thing we can't see.
the one thing you can't see, then there's Demogorgon.
Got it. Okay, cool.
And
Okay, so
It's not the same one.
The one that's
the
in the water.
Demogorgon.
Go on.
The Demogorgon is about my size, right? You said.
It's about your.
So
height,
that's
it's not
one of
as
the
small.
big bed. That's one of the big beds.
Cool. And it like he's not the one that my detect magic picked
Oh no,
up.
that's
Yeah,
what your detect magic is like. Wee-oo.
it's the Demogorgon.
Yeah, the necrotic energy coming from that.
Got it.
Okay, cool.
And I love how, yes, it is the Demogorgon mini, and yes, I am using the Demogorgon stat. But I'm like, yeah, no, this isn't exactly that, because the Demogorgon's way worse. But aside from that,
Why is the Demogorgon mini so thick?
Have you not seen Stranger Things? Boy, be thick.
Look at that. He packing heat. Mad respect, Holmes. He doesn't skip leg day. Anyway.
No, he does not. Okay. Where is it at?
I would say that I did draw my shield whenever I'm just in combat. So
Does a 13 hit you, Floof?
no, my AC is 18 with my shield.
Okay. Next attack is
You said 13. That really got me scared.
Does a 14 hit you?
No,
All right.
again, because 18.
It has one more attack, and it's got to hit. It's got to hit. One of these, it has to do something. 12.
Nope. Is this the invisible thing or the Demogorgon?
This is the Demogorgon. The invisible thing. The invisible thing. The invisible thing doesn't do anything this turn because it's coming down the hallway, and it is somewhere now.
Got it. Okay.
I'd pay to see that. Well, it's not gonna be on the OnlyFans. Haha.
Yo, you got an OnlyFans? Drop the link.
Not yet.
So
I had
did
a
the Demogorgon
Patreon, but not
move?
OnlyFans.
Did the Demogorgon move up to me?
Yes, the Demogorgon is right next to you now. Like, it's on top of you, trying to attack you, and you just like...
Is it still in the water?
Yes, it's in the water.
Okay, cool. Just wondered.
Because
Is it my turn now?
stepped out of it. It's your turn. It's your turn.
Wait, what did
Yay!
it do for its
Okay.
turn? I zoned out.
It missed me 3
It
times.
attacked 3
Oh.
times with with plus
Cool.
5 to hit and rolled sub 10 every
I'm
time.
going to use my final 3rd level spell slot to once again Thunderwave. Because it's still in the water and I don't have to touch the water now. And I'm going to use my Channel Divinity to make all of the attacks roll the highest they can. So that's 8, 16, 24 damage. If you pass the con save. Con save.
Oh, fuck.
How does a 13 and a 15 do?
Nope!
How does
8, 16. 15 is my con. Is the save.
Okay, so one of them made it.
Okay, cool. So if so it will take then. So it's still max damage. So half of 26 to the one that passed, and 26 electric damage to the one that didn't. And I'm hoping to heck the Demogorgon is the one that didn't, because it's the one in the water.
How do you do this?
Yeah.
How the fuck do
So this thing moves up to Floof, and what are its attacks? Are they claws, bites? What is it doing?
It has 2 claw attacks and a bite, where it tries to bring its mouth on.
So it goes home, and Floof just doesn't even clap. Just looks at the water, looks at the thing, looks up, goes, just drops his feathers completely, and the electricity just goes.
Riker, your hand axe.
And that's how he gets his.
I love the little
Riker,
bless
your
up.
hand axe flies out of his chest into the
That's how he got the Channel Divinity. I
Oh.
can do that one more time.
I thought he
I have
ruined
to
my
change it.
hand axe, and I was like, come on.
No, you didn't roll on that one. You hit it. It just decided to eat it, and then it just blew out of his chest at that point. You just
Gross.
You blew up my boss monster in one turn because of shitty initiative rolls.
You left it in the water, Chris. You left it in the water.
You see, it was great. It was great optics. It looked great. It was supposed to be great. I forgot you're electric. You're fucking electric.
Who's that Pokemon? Boo-doo-doo. Is me.
It's
It's
flu. Stress.
Stress.
Okay. Yeah. And you just hear, and since you did 15 damage to the other one, you just see this giant. I say giant, probably about a creature the same size as the Demogorgon, get thrown against the wall, and you see this like invisibility just like leave it as it flops down, gushing blood.
Cool, I don't even need to use my fairy fight.
Because
It's a predator.
Floof just turns to it and just goes, "Boy, you mess with the wrong neighborhood." And that will be my turn.
And the support because it just.
Oh, they're both dead?
I gave the other one half the health.
Ha
Because it's support. It's supporting with spells, and it didn't get to get a spell off.
Cool.
A touch spell, and it didn't work.
Floof just sheathes his rapier. I'd like to loot the bodies.
They exploded.
There's no bodies left to loot after you blow them up.
It's electricity, not like an explosion. It is called Thunderwave. That's
No, you
fair.
can go ahead and loot them if you want. You're not going to find
Yes.
much other than their buddies.
Are there any exposed bones?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Floof will just pull it off and cast light.
You pull a Demogorgon femur, and it's just float.
Yep.
It has the hand attached to it still.
Floof just waves with the hand from across the pond.
You now have a +1 hammer.
And I cast light.
I picture this exactly. Like, I just see, like, just the little bird just yank and then look at us, like, smiling and starts waving.
It's that scene from Toy Story where, like, Woody's, like, holding Buzzy's
Yes,
arm.
that one exactly.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. That's what happens.
Hey,
That's what
Chris,
happens.
I
Yeah.
will have a formal apology drafted tomorrow.
Hashtag justice for Chris.
Floof is electric stress. We got the 1, 1, 2.
Hey, they are
You can
able
help
to
thousands
convert
of-
stress into electricity.
There you go. You can help hundreds of DMs a week by simply not follow
So
the link on your screen to just.
Chris
not.
said aesthetics because I only ever do Thunderwave and inflict wounds when I'm not healing people.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I should have realized that I should have gone for effectiveness, not aesthetics. But it looked so cool having like sitting in the water and just like looks at you all. I'm like, oh, it looks so cool.
And they freak out.
it does.
And
It
then
does.
tiny
Sitting in
bird,
lava.
this tiny bird just Naruto runs in and just goes.
Boom.
After that happens,
I mean,
Nyx
Nyx did
is
a lot of
gonna-
damage too with the shatter.
20 something damage.
Yeah, it turned to my second turn.
Riker, I'm gonna just say, Riker, you notice that the eye just kind of like starts deflating at that point. You killed the eye creature.
2
Does
rounds.
it have eyes? Did it have eyes? I didn't
You know,
see it.
here's the thing: if you guys, if this went more than one round, the eye was gonna make its way out of it, and it was going to lodge itself into the mouth, and it was basically gonna have the eye in the center of it, kind of like Bongo from Legends of Ocarina of Time.
Oh, freaking Bongo. My word.
Love
Had
Bongo
him trapped in a jar.
You had him trapped in a jar, and at that point, he would have gotten some magical abilities, like some like rays, kind of like a beholder. But it didn't make it the one round. It made it.
I'm gonna run towards you. And I'm just gonna be like,
I want this stressed. I'm not upset. I am just very
No, you're good.
shocked that I didn't think about this
Shocked,
through.
yeah, you are.
I didn't think this through. Very evidently.
Chris, this is why I offered to let you nerf me when I showed you my rolls.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not going to take you up on that offer. Because I respect your character too much.
You can throw harder shit at us.
That's
well,
exactly what I'm
okay,
saying.
with reason.
That was a CR.
CR rating.
You guys have
CR
just earned
rating
a
7?
CR rating 7. Yes.
Yes.
Because you guys
Fun.
just kicked the shit.
Isn't
out
one of the
CR4.
dragons? Isn't one of the
Green,
young
young
dragons?
green is 8. Well, to be fair, I probably would have done that much damage. It was just, in water. So if there's a young green dragon in water, I'm game.
So there's that. There's that.
Riker doesn't even bother writing down what happened in his memoirs.
So,
I
someone was
don't
like,
like the
"You're-"
book.
Nope,
We're just
he
gonna
just
throw
literally,
that page out.
he literally did like
Second
nothing.
time Floof has just murdered everything in front of. Third time, if you count the prison.
Like he
Oh,
almost freaking wrestled and beat a werewolf, and then you just came out and don't
Castrated it.
Why?
Wow. Okay, so
Right
yeah,
there.
you guys killed this thing. The eye deflates, and Nyx, you no longer. Since this was within the minute,
How long is a round of combat?
a round of combat,
6
6
seconds.
seconds.
So I
took
did this in
18.
7 seconds.
Collectively, 6 seconds.
So we did this in 18 seconds.
Yeah, 18 seconds.
Or not
Wait.
18, 7. I can count.
Luana, your necrotic energy sensor, your magic metal detector no longer detects any necrotic energy, and you just feel a good vibe around you now. The water actually stops having like the necrotic energy and starts neutralizing and starts actually turning to radiant energy.
We did it! We cleared it! It's dead!
Think
It's
this happened? Floof tries to fly and then gets really sad
It's-
when he doesn't.
It's
Well,
good
everybody's celebrating. Riker like looks at it and just counts 1, 2. Wasn't there 5 cots
Wasn't there what?
in the other room? There was 5 beds. There's only 2 bodies.
Floof, get here. Get here right now. Here. Quick. Come, boy. Here. Come here right now. Floof.
Bark!
Seeing this go down, Riker just kind of goes, Well, they're at it again. And he walks back into the room with like all the stuff in it. And
Okay.
he's gonna start searching around.
Go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me investigation.
And Floof will head that way too.
Do you still have the bardic inspiration?
Yes, I do actually.
Floof just walks
Which
the door. Guidance.
D4, D8? What was it again?
D6.
D6. The one that I didn't name. What's the math? I was good at math.
No, no, you're not.
18 in investigation.
An 18 investigation. Okay, with an 18, as you go in there, you start investigating more and more. You find that this was home to kind of a how can I put this? Basically a escaped drow family. They left the Underdark. They came here. They were living in this cave. And as you're looking around, things obviously seem like they went south, that they were attacked, they were killed, their stuff was kind of thrown everywhere, destroyed. You find bones, a pile of bones at the corner of this like main area. But you do find a small chest, which kind of had a whole bunch of belongings in it. With your investigation, you find that. Inside of it was your typical clothing, rations, such like that. But then you also find a small dagger, about yay big, ornate, with a black handle, with elvish runes etched into it.
Is that what I think it is?
He'll take it and look at it and try to identify what it is. I guess he doesn't know much, but he'll try to. He'll study it if that's
Possible for him?
possible. Yeah.
Jay, what do you
yeah.
think it is?
I know I don't remember my magic item wish list, but I know I remember there was a dagger on there.
Mhm.
I don't remember the exact details of it. It was just a dope dagger because I didn't think I was proficient with rapiers.
But then turns out you are.
Yeah! D&D Beyond is weird, kids.
It very much is. Okay, so on that, go ahead and roll investigation.
Could I walk in at this point to guidance him? / give him advantage?
No.
Okay. Just
That's
wondered.
that's still okay. That's a 14 with no modifiers.
Okay, with the 14, you do notice that it is magical in nature. You just feel power radiating from this thing. But you, with your 14, don't know exactly what kind of power it is. You just know it's kind of there.
I just look over and just go, Nyx,
Yes, coming.
you're know about magic more than I do. Zip zap, whatever. Do you know what this is? And I hold the dagger. Literally, just like it fits in my palm. Just like
I take it. I know Elvish, and also my detect magic is still up. It lasts for 10 minutes. What does it say? The Elvish runes.
The Elvish runes. Okay. The Elvish runes say in a very it's kind of like an inscription that goes on one end, down on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call it? For life, for family.
What kind of magic do I get from it?
The magic you're getting from it is, oddly enough, given its very gothic looking exterior, you're getting fire magic off of it. So I guess that would be invocation. Invocation, I guess, if you had to specify it. Or evocation.
Well, I think this is some sort of family heirloom from whatever lived here before. And how do you feel about fire?
he kind of raises an eyebrow and he just goes, I mean, there's not much to think about it. It's warm, I guess, but it hurts if you have it on you. But I don't know much about fire.
I'm gonna go to one of the leather fur stuff,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna try to slash it to see what happens.
All right, with the fur, you slash through it like you normally would with any other dagger, but you notice that the cut is now singed going the entire way down. Almost like the leather was... If it was living, it'd be cauterized as it went through, but you kind of burnt your way through it just as much as you cut.
Thought so.
Behold, the mighty light dagger.
So I just
from what you can gather, It is fiery in nature, and this is for you specifically, Lou, like for stat wise, since you've just messed with this. It is a +1 fiery dagger that is a D4 fire damage on hit.
So I just lift up the leather and look at Riker. I'm like, it burns, and I just flip it and I hand it to him.
And we'll say
Careful with
it does
this.
come with a matching ornate sheath to go with it. Very black leather.
Cricket thing.
Floof walks in and just sees the shiny.
He grabs the blade barehanded.
Roll con.
Yeah, let's go. Let's freaking go, baby. Con is where I thrive. That's a 13 plus 7, so a modified 20.
All right, you take 1 damage.
It's like nothing to him. He literally just picks it up and just like shakes. It was like, it was a little hot.
Spicy.
And then he looks down at Floof.
You see like the fur on your on your like finger and thumb are just like lightly brown from grabbing it.
I look down at Floof. What did you say Floof was doing?
Floof walks in and just sees like the fire cut through and like the shiny dagger just still holding the hand.
Riker will sheath the dagger and kneel down to Floof and say, "All right, little one, I'll cut you a deal. Don't lick strange bones and give me that, and I'll give you this dagger. You're gonna catch yourself some any disease."
Yes.
Can't catch diseases.
Riker doesn't know that, so he
That's
just
why he
goes,
keeps
Floof
looking
just
at
goes-
everything.
Floof just looks confused and goes, "I don't really get sick, but fire!" And he just offers you the hand.
he'll take the hand and then give you the dagger.
Floof just buckles it to his belt, and Floof's kind of small, so like it probably looks pretty big on him.
Floof,
It's like a short sword to him.
It's still a dagger. It's still a dagger to you. It is long, but it is a dagger. This is not one of the weapons I'm giving a.
It's a Bowie knife.
You know what? I'll give you that one. It is in the style of a Bowie knife. It is a very fancy black Bowie knife.
Floof just throws it, looks at his
Careful.
rapier, sheaths it, puts his shield back on his back, and just poof, his feathers go back up.
Careful with that floof, okay? It's like
Floof
Real
just looks
quick.
out the door to the 2 dead bodies just on the ground, looks back to you.
Real
you
quick,
are a danger
is
to
there-
yourself and to others.
Is there a
So-
trash can?
Is there a trash can?
I mean, it's like destroyed. Like the place is destroyed. There's just like a trash can anywhere, even like knocked over.
I mean, there is a bin of swords, not necessarily a trash can in the corner.
Riker will just put the hand in there.
You just thunk it
Also,
in there.
are the swords like all like rotten and like rusted and stuff,
Yeah,
or
there's basically
none of them seem salvageable?
The only thing that was salvageable that you found metal-wise was the dagger, and that's because of its magical enchantment to keep it from tarnishing. And
Gotcha.
but yeah,
He just drops the hand in the sword
It-
rack.
you hear a clank and it just like flops and it just sits there, laying up against it.
Gross.
It's still glowing.
All right,
Alrighty.
what do you guys do now? Because apparently, I need to throw even bigger things.
And now I have a dagger that does fire damage.
I'm gonna.
Hey, if you need powerful enemies, read Riker's backstory.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Is there like a like picture of the family who lived here?
There is not there's not like an official picture that you can find. There is what you can find kind of child's drawings, kind of like in a corner sort of thing. Like it was kind of like a little art corner and very crudely drawn, like family setup and stuff like that.
I grabbed them.
All right, yeah. You grab it and it's just like a little sheet of bark, I guess you can call it. No, it'd be handmade paper. It'd be handmade
Okay.
paper, probably about yay big, and just
Mhm.
kind of like a child's drawing.
Poor family.
Well, you
We'll
killed-
stand
you
up
killed
and then
the
look over
things.
at Floof. We'll look over at Floof and just be like, "So what was in the rotting room?"
Floof just points to the picture.
Jay, that is so. Oh my god! Holy!
I mean, that answers his question.
Oh my god!
Would he be wrong over the cages?
That is terrible.
And then Floof like walks over the hand and like uses it to make a shadow puppet to like try to like make like a thing to show that also the monster chased him.
Jay, you're a cleric, right?
Yeah,
Of Thor, right?
they don't know that, but yeah.
Do you have do you have any type of resurrection spells yet?
No, I'm too low level.
Okay.
When
I don't think so. Let me check. I have guidance light, spare the dying, thaumaturgy, bane cure wounds, fall cloud, guiding bolt, healing word, inflict wounds, their shield of faith, and thunder wave, and then of course there's gust of wind, hold percent, shatter, spiritual weapon, there's zone of truth. That's it.
There's not a truth.
He was a Kalstra, then we have the Kenku. I was the 10 of them, or the bin of them, then we got the gnomes and tieflings in 2.
New intro song? Question mark.
I mean, I've been working on it.
Hell yeah.
I'm working on D&D Races Yako's world, so we're gonna see how this works. Okay, aside from that, you guys have cleared my dungeon so quickly and killed the thing.
Cool.
What was supposed to be a somewhat challenging boss fight turned into a curb stomp.
It happens. It happens to the best of us, Chris.
You've seen
And the
Floof
thing
in
is,
combat.
Yeah,
no,
you're
yeah,
talking-
100%. And the thing
Chris,
is, go on.
go ahead. If it makes you feel better, Luana and the rest of my party that I DM turned one of my big bosses. They polymorphed them into a cat because I forgot to give him legendary resistances. So
You were talking to me about this. I was helping you with that, and this still
Yeah.
happened. Neither of us
Yeah.
thought of legendary resistances.
yeah, turned him
Chris-
into a kitten. It's fine though. He came back, ripped his own arm off, and flew away.
You're DMing to like 3 people who also DM without been there. It's okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
No, 100%. That's the thing. Like, that's it. So you guys are good to go back to town because that's about all that there is left in this cave.
Cool.
Because this
Once-
fight was supposed to happen in here, and then it got moved, and then.
Once
Jay-
we
the
get
water.
outside, I'm gonna get some sticks and make it like a little cross and tie it up and like put it in the front of the cave.
Okay.
And dig and put the drawing under the earth and like basically bury the drawing and stuff like that.
With your shovel.
Yes.
Floof is helping with the
with my
tiny room.
homemade shuffle.
The shovel I made for you and the shovel you
Yes.
made for Floof.
All right, yeah,
So-
that happens. You kind of get this shallow kind of grave dug out. You put the drawing in there. You have the headstone or your head stick, and you clear it out. As you come outside, the sky is much lighter now than it was before. It's not nearly as stormy that it looks, and the forest actually sounds more alive at this point. It sounds much more active. You actually hear animals running around. You hear crickets and frogs in the background, as opposed to the dead silence from before.
Floof's gonna walk up after he's done helping her dig the tiny grave, and she buries it all and puts the cross in the ground, and he's just gonna go, and he's gonna touch it. There's just a little zzz of electricity, and then you just hear him mutter, "For Valhalla," and that's it.
Oh.
Chidori gets a people. She was gonna whisper under her breath, "Hope they're celebrating with Dionysus in the skies."
Sorry.
You both are just like there's like warring gods. You're just like.
Oh, Floof has no idea. Floof, it's just a thing he's seen people do who also can zap things.
Riker's just sitting there. Riker's just sitting there. It's like he doesn't really have a religion. He's just kind of sitting there, just like.
All right. Well, on that
She's a
note,
sinner.
you guys can make it. On that note, you guys make your way back to the town. Yeah.
The gnomes are there.
The gnomes are coming. The gnomes are coming. Yeah, you guys make your way back to the town, and one of the guards out front is like, "Hey, where'd you go? You're at the house. We told you to stay. We were trying to talk with you, then you just disappeared."
Floof's feathers start to just lower.
I Floof Floof back up. I floof back up. And I say, we were kidnapped.
By family. Family reunions are very confusing in our
Yes.
family. It's just like points to everyone.
Stressed.
Calm down,
Roll.
Floof. We don't have to talk to your cousin anymore.
Roll deception with advantage, Lou.
When he
Because of
says
Alright.
that, Floof just sets his hand on and goes, whoo, and guidance.
Wait, with advantage, yeah?
Yeah, with advantage.
Thank God. Okay, that's so much better.
And guidance.
Oh, and guidance. Fantastic. D4, yeah?
Yep.
Ah, great. 26.
26.
Yes.
All right, with a 26 on that one, he's like, "Oh, I completely understand the problem. Listen, the problem is just the fact that you guys left. I understand you guys had to go for that, but it's like we had some questions. But I guess we kind of found out that apparently none of you have like ice magic to freeze buildings over, and none of you have like claws to rip and tear. I mean, you do, but not
He
like."
could like unsheaths his claws, you know, like how the things are. He just goes,
I mean, of course you do.
What's
Of
it behind
course
his
you
head?
do. But the thing is, you don't have like tiny claws. They're like little claws, like hand claws.
Riker just kind of steps in front of Floof and his talons.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much.
I need to get ice. I need to get an ice spell if I can now. Blue cast
Oh my
Blizzard.
God. Oh my God.
So
yeah.
we go back to the inn.
All right, you guys go back to the inn now. Yeah, you guys make your way into the inn. And everybody's Siegfried's just kind of there, and he is still working as he was. Everybody, how are you doing today? Glad to see you're back.
We saved the town, Siegfried.
Shink! Just pulls a knife out.
Whoa! No weapons right now. Roy is pretty well adamant, like no more bar fights over here. Put weapons down. Put weapons down, please. Thank you. You saved the town from what?
Yes.
Monster. Werewolf. Is that what it was?
No.
More
No.
like a dummy, thick, skinny man with big
It'll
mouth in
open-
the face.
Yes, it opened stuff like that. It was.
Something I never want
Floof
to
tries to
see.
do shadow puppets again.
Something I never want to see. Okay. On that note,
Yes.
I do think I'm just gonna get back to work. I'm gonna get back to work. You guys are just do whatever you wish. I'm gonna get back to work. And he kind of goes to his corner. You see him like kind of take off an apron, go to the corner. He's finally able to start writing maps because the inn is empty. Everybody's done. They're shutting down the kitchen. He's like, starts just writing away.
No. Floof's stomach growls.
Who is the counter? Please don't tell me it's Mary.
It is her.
Wait, the elf?
Yeah.
Yeah,
his
Mary.
wife.
Yeah.
Floof's stomach stops growling immediately.
Riker will look down at him and then like walk up to Mary and is like, can I get a bowl of bird seed?
She looks down at Floof and
For
looks at
the-
you, Riker.
for the goat.
Roll deception again.
Okay. It's Father Riker.
Floof doesn't actually need to eat either.
13.
Okay, 13 compared to her insight.
He still likes food.
She rolled a nat 20 insight. So she's gonna look at you. She's
Oh,
gonna
seven,
look at
boys.
the-
Oh, seven.
If the bird wants food, he can ask for it himself. Because I have some things to talk to him about.
Put up, walks upstairs.
Riker kind of looks back and then he just kind of goes, I'll take a turkey leg then.
She pulls a massive turkey leg out from under the counter. I was saving this one.
I'll go up
And
to her. and
she
I'm like,
passes it to you, Riker.
I'll give her a gold.
She gladly takes it, puts it in the cash register. Yes, Nix.
Could I have a bowl of green leaves, please?
Pulls one out from under the counter. Knew that was coming too.
And could I also have bird seeds? I like to put it in my salad.
She takes
And I
Floof's
just
bowl
smile at
and
her.
pours a small like side dish full of it and hands it over. And takes the rest of it. And if he wants more, he has to come get it.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind and give her a gold.
Okay, yeah. So as she takes that, puts it in the cash register, and she kind of leaves it. Anything else I can do for you two?
I'm just gonna go up to Floof and hand him the bowl, and I'm gonna be like, she needs to talk to you. You better do it quick.
Floof with his Floof goes up. Floof just kind of moves to the booth, and then he's gonna try to sneak from behind around Riker with his hood up and just go, "Excuse me, ma'am, spare some birdseed for an old feller." I'm not gonna roll. It's a shit performance.
No, exactly.
That's the joke.
Exactly. Is she? Oh, you need some birdseed for an old feller.
Your soup is acceptable.
Soup. She pulls them both out, puts them like on the counter. I'm wondering if there is a ventriloquist type person around here that could be willing for a job. If you know anybody, I'm glad to speak with him. And she hands you the 2 bowls.
I might know a fellow if you're interested. What's the deal?
Ah, exactly. Well, the job is. Follow me. And she hands you the bowls, goes upstairs, and actually knocks on Nix's and Riker's door. And asks to enter y'all's, like, individual rooms.
They were okay. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
I
they-
gave
they're
you the bowl, and then I.
Got it.
Yeah. Oh, wait, did you guys...
Floof is nom 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 nom.
Did you guys go upstairs, or were you guys downstairs?
I stayed downstairs.
I ran upstairs.
Okay. So if that's the case.
He wants to be close to the alcohol when he wants some.
Okay, if that's the case. She's going to gesture to Riker. Riker, would you please follow? He goes upstairs to Nix's room and knocks on the door.
I would like to say Floof is not eating his soup. He's just smelling it.
Just smelling it. All right.
Hello.
I may have a job, and I need all of you, but I specifically need him on board.
Okay. Yes. I
Floof shakes his head like, "Oh, what would the job be?" And he just glares at Nix.
She
Riker's just
walks in,
eating his
she sits
turkey
down at
leg.
one of the tables in the bedroom, and to put it plainly, we don't really know what's going on, but we do know there's something that we need fixed. Up north, probably about 3 or 4 miles, there is this caravan that usually we have this caravan coming in and out of the town with trade coming through. It's being attacked every day or two. Only occasionally, and only some things are stolen. But it's just enough of an inconvenience that is causing, traders not to come through here anymore. They'll get tied up. They won't be injured. They'll be tied up. They'll be blindfolded. And after about 15 minutes, they are untied, unblindfolded, and there's nobody there. But they are missing goods.
Riker just kind of looks at and is like, "Are these the same people that attacked Siegfried on the road?"
To be honest, I have no idea. Siegfried was attacked and had all his stuff stolen and is left there kind of for dead. These people don't really do that. Or children or things. I don't know what's going on. We just know that things getting stolen, people aren't being hurt. And it's not that it's bad. We don't want people getting hurt, but it's one of those still. It's traders aren't coming through here anymore because they want to keep all their stuff.
Yeah, we can definitely help with that.
Fantastic. We are going
Why
to...
do you need Floof specifically, though?
Well, Floof, the idea for him is to kind of be hidden and try to blend in as one of them.
Oh.
Because if
I
here's the idea that I have. If Floof can stay hidden, out of sight, out of mind, whatever these things are comes and attacks. Then he just blends in with the rest of them, leading them on.
That's a good point.
But none of it matters if she looks down to Floof now having the knife out. If he floofs. when floof becomes a noun. So again, it comes down to all of you. What I can offer is I can't exactly offer a whole lot in terms of money overall. I mean, I can offer you what you've paid in, obviously, but what I can offer is a permanent room here at the inn for the three of you.
Ooh, that would be very nice.
Floof just looks at his bowl of soup and then looks back at her.
Is he nodding, or is he agreeing, or is he just?
I think
happy
he
with the soup?
wants food. I think he like what would be ideal for him would be more food.
Of course. you'll get more
Maybe
food.
is he asking for free food as well as a free room?
Yes, I think so.
I mean,
Correct.
we can offer you a discount on food, but we can't exactly offer you completely free food. We still have to, restock. We can sell you at cost.
You just drank
Yeah.
the whole soup in one go, by the way.
Selling at cost it is. Selling at cost it is.
Selling it cost it is. We're fine with free food, and I hit Floof in the head. I'm like, we're fine with free room.
The idea, what do you call it? The preferred option would be to, whoever these assailants are, would be to capture them and bring them in living. Though, if accidents happen, as long as the
Riker
problem is
kinda-
fixed.
Riker swallows a bite of his turkey leg, shrugs, and is like, I'm pretty good at knocking people out.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to have a shipment leaving tomorrow afternoon, going to Silver Point up north. More than likely, they'll attack that. If we make it look a little more appealing with some shiny things on top. Yeah, that should be about everything. If that's okay with you all, then that's good with me.
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic. And that's where we're going to end the session for the night.
Awesome.
It feels great to be back at this. It feels great to be back in the Chaos Brigade and back to this
Honestly.
chaotic bullshittery. All right. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I will let everybody else plug their own social medias and everything, but you can find me on TikTok and on YouTube at ChrisFire98. I do D&D content, and we can start with Lou going over.
I am the Witch Bard everywhere. If you go to my TikTok and my bio, you can see my Ko-Fi. Just say, that's it. The Witch Bard. Yeah.
Oh, I'm next. So JF Harps, Twitch, TikTok. Also, Linktree in my TikTok has my Ko-Fi. If you also want to see, see me cosplay Gambit, that's all I'm saying.
Cosplays are better.
Shut the fuck up, Luana. I'll do a Minecraft cosplay when I get done with Gambit. Boom, there we go.
And then
Go ahead.
then Funkmaster Nacho, Twitch, TikTok. That's pretty much all. I do also have Ko-Fi. Don't feel pressured to donate.
Okay, if you guys are plugging your Ko-Fis, I have a Patreon that I post free homebrew to, and I post free homebrew items and free
follow Chris's
homebrew,
Patreon.
Yes.
Homebrew patrons for Warlocks. And this week, I actually just finished the Call Me Chris one today. I'm so excited for that one. Lou, you're next.
Oh,
It's official. Lou, I finished some of your stuff today. I'm like, yeah, she's next.
Oh my god! Yay! I can't wait.
So that being said, thank you all
The
so
Warlock
much.
subclass is just called Simp.
I love it. So with that being said, thank you all so much for coming, for tuning in to us tonight at the Chaos Brigade. Hopefully we can keep this going up again. We shouldn't have any more ice storms. We shouldn't have any more crazy things
Knock on
happening.
wood.
Yes.
So with that being said, thank you all so much for joining us tonight with the Chaos Brigade. Hope to see you guys next Wednesday. And yeah, see you guys next Wednesday with the next episode of Chaotic Bullshittery. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Come back later.